Are you searching for your twin flame? Or perhaps you already found yours? Let's get clear on what a twin flame is and what it means. You've undoubtedly heard of the concept of soulmates, and have perhaps even daydreamed about finding yours. Even so, you may also have dismissed the concept and think it is an implausible fantasy. Maybe you've settled for a relationship that merely feels comfortable. The reality is that not only do soulmates exist, but it's possible to form even deeper connections. While twin flame relationships still face hardships and do not always last forever, they represent an important chance for happiness and growth. So, what exactly is twin flame love? How do you know if you have encountered your mirror soul partner? In this video, we'll explain and outline the most common signs that you have this type of bond with someone in your life. Next, we'll explore the 7 distinct twin flame stages that you're likely to experience in any twin flame relationship. Plus, consider what these stages will mean for you and your match. Before we begin, if you'd like to see more videos from us every week on manifesting, the law of attraction and tips on how to live your best life, then please like the video and subscribe. Oh, and stick around until the end. We've got a free gift for you that will help with manifesting the relationship of your dreams. Okay, let's get started. What is a twin flame? Sometimes discussed as a mirror soul or soul connection, a twin flame is the other half of your soul. It is theorized that a soul can split into two after ascending to a high frequency. Thereafter, the soul lands in 2 different bodies. If you compare a twin flame versus soulmate, it's important to note that a soulmate is someone who is made from the same kind of energy as you, but who has never existed in fusion with you. So, although soulmate connections are highly significant, an encounter with a twin flame is on another level entirely. Usually, this will lead to romance. But, it can also manifest in the form of an intense friendship. If you have a twin flame, you are fated to meet this person at some point in your life journey. Here are the most common questions people have about twin flame love. Can twin flames be together? Of course, the two of you will be pulled together like magnets. How do I recognize my twin flame? You will know when you've connected with this person because you'll immediately experience a sense of recognition. Many people describe an uncanny sense of having known their soul mirror partner all their lives. What does a soulmate connection feel like? When you encounter the person who carries the other half of your energy, it can create a profound and life-altering sense of wholeness. This person will not only provide a sense of wholeness, they will also elevate your self-knowledge, including knowledge of your flaws. So, there's a potential for conflict as well as happiness. Why are twin flames so intense? Your relationship will naturally be extremely intense because twin flames are mirrors of one another. Rest assured that it is possible to have a happy, healthy relationship with your twin flame. Yet, this is only possible if you can learn to love yourself, as your twin flame is part of you. This must be honest and unconditional love. Otherwise, a part of you will always be driven to reject your twin flame. What are the most common twin flame signs and symptoms? You now understand what it means to have a twin flame and how such a connection can change your life. But, how do you know when your twin flame crosses your path? In particular, how do you know you've not simply met someone you're attracted to, but someone whose destiny is inextricably linked to yours? It turns out there are 7 major twin flame signs, some or all of which you might notice when you meet someone whose soul mirrors yours. We'll explain each sign, and offer some examples of how they may manifest in your life. The most common twin flame signs are as follows. You both feel an intuitive soul connection. When you meet your twin flame, you develop a deep and almost instant grasp of their inner life. You are able to intuit what they might be thinking, feeling, or even doing when the two of you are apart. And this intuitive connection is reciprocal. So your twin flame will also find it easy to access this information about you. Consequently, you'll have an exciting sense of being known and understood. While you might have experienced this type of bond with other people, it's usually something you enjoy after many years with someone. When you meet a twin flame, however, this understanding arrives fully formed, and with almost no effort. This is often the first sign people notice, sometimes even within hours of meeting. You both share the same interests. The importance of hobbies in a long-term relationship can't be overstated. Without interests in common, a connection can quickly lose its spark. Happily, this is all but impossible when you meet your twin flame, as they will match your hobbies almost perfectly. For example, it's likely you enjoy the same types of books, share favorite meals, and perhaps even loved the same movies growing up. Even more importantly, your values will match those of your twin flame. It's likely that you want to cultivate the same kind of life and share a set of commitments. For example, you might both value honesty above all else, or you might both naturally have the same work-life balance. You both have the same thoughts and feelings. As noted earlier, twin flames easily pick up each other's thoughts and feelings. However, they also typically have a lot of the same reactions at the same time, even when they're apart. When you are reunited and catch up on your days, you'll find strange moments with signs of synchronicity. For example, perhaps your twin flame felt inexplicably sad in the middle of the afternoon, and this was when you were having recurring thoughts about how much you miss an elderly family member. When you're in the company of your twin flame, this mirrored mental life is almost uncanny. You may even make the same observations or start to tell the same joke at the same time. You are both naturally drawn to one another. As well as having a strong mental pull, soulmates feel physically drawn to each other. This is true regardless of whether the connection is a friendship or a romance. You'll feel the urge to share the same space, and you will thrive when you are close. It's likely that you'll derive a great deal of comfort from hugs and affectionate touching, almost as though you refuel each other's energy just by making that physical connection. Also, twin flames can feel pain and longing when they're physically separated from each other, yearning to touch. This leads a lot of twin flame couples to decide to live together fairly soon after meeting, as it simply seems like the obviously right choice. You both dream the same dreams. The twin flame connection has its roots in your subconscious mind, so this bond even influences your dreams. For one thing, you may report having very similar dreams, or you may see each other in almost all your dreams. It's common for twin flames to have nearly identical recurring dreams featuring each other, always with a strong underlying message about unity or togetherness. On rare occasions, twin flame pairings report recognizing each other from previous dreams. And even if you have never met your twin flame in a dream, you might still have dreamt of something that represents them, an animal or a setting, perhaps. In all such cases, there is an instant recognition that usually goes both ways. You both effortlessly and naturally understand each other. When you connect with your soul mate, communication becomes almost effortless. A wonderful aspect of twin flame relationships is the ability to talk to each other without words. By sharing a feeling or an idea with just a glance or an eyebrow raise. This is a particularly useful asset in social settings when the subtle signs you give each other mean you're always on the same page about whether you want to leave and who you'd like to spend time with. As you might intuit from what I just said, twin flames don't get into conflict very often. Where there are any disagreements, these are usually quickly resolved with empathetic, careful listening. After all, it's easy to take the perspective of your twin flame. You are both authentic with one another. Finally, you'll truly feel like yourself when you're with your twin flame. If you're normally quiet and unassuming, you'll suddenly be able to speak your mind with ease. Meanwhile, even if you have a habit of people-pleasing, you'll automatically know that your twin flame doesn't need you to put on an act. You can just be yourself, completely and utterly. What are the 7 twin flame stages? Meeting a twin flame is a special, life-altering moment. However, it's only the beginning of what is in store for both of you. Encountering one another kickstarts a dynamic new part of your life. One that will ease growth, inspire change, and challenge you to fully accept yourself. Think of encountering your twin flame as the first step on a journey. We'll explore each of the twin flame stages in turn, and look at the connection between twin flame symptoms and each of these crucial stages. Some are primarily associated with wonderful experiences while others can be emotionally arduous, but all of them are necessary parts of encountering the other half of yourself. There are 7 major twin flame steps to the process. Nonetheless, be aware that you may go through them at a slow or faster rate than other people will. Stage 1. The search for your twin flame partner. The search stage involves a strong sense of yearning and an acute awareness that something is lacking in your life. Even if you've never really thought about soulmates and twin flames before, this is the stage at which you begin to believe that there really is a perfect match out there for you. In all likelihood, you'll doubt this feeling at first. You may feel unsure about what you should do with it. But at the deepest level, you will find it impossible to shake the conviction that you will meet the one. The search stage is also partly about preparing your life for the incoming arrival of your soul partner. Even though you may not know why you are doing this. For example, you may want to engage in therapy, or work to find closure after past relationships. You could also learn how to make a vision board. On an unconscious level, you know that all of these things are necessary if you are to welcome your twin flame. Stage 2. The awakening and realization you found your twin flame. You tend to just know when you've encountered your twin flame. This second, awakening stage is where you physically meet, and the awareness of your compatibility hits you head-on. This will often be a chance encounter that is full of coincidences and little signs that your meeting was destined to take place. Sometimes, you won't be together for very long. But even brief contact is enough to make you aware that something special is happening. It's also worth noting that the awakening can take place in a dream. Meaning that you meet your twin flame in the dreamscape before you ever cross paths in real life. Regardless of how you meet, you will be shaken by the intensity of the bond you feel. You may feel intoxicated by it, and find that all of your waking moments are occupied by thoughts of this person. Stage 3. The test of your soul partner connection. The test stage of a twin flame experience is defined by trying to understand your relationship with this other person. It's all about establishing boundaries, testing your limitations, and moving past the purely blissful experience of initially falling in love. This stage will only occur once you've had enough time to enjoy a honeymoon phase. Plus, this stage is crucial if you are going to have a more meaningful, long-term relationship. For example, it is at this point that you will negotiate what your future will look like. This will help you to begin noticing what may constitute obstacles to that future. Although you are destined to know and love each other, you will still engage in conflicts, in the same way that before you met your twin flame, you engaged in conflict with other parts of yourself. How you resolve these conflicts will define whether you'll be able to stay together. Stage 4. The twin flame love crisis point. While this love can be euphoric, it also inevitably involves a crisis stage. While this is often unpleasant, the good news is that it can also catalyze a deeper, more stable bond in the longer term. This stage involves significant anxiety and worries about your bond with your mirror soul partner. The crisis can be just about anything. It may be related to grief, betrayal, struggles with self-love, or any number of other things that put pressure on your connection with your twin flame. In spite of the supernatural compatibility of twin flames, this is often a point at which the two people decide to separate. A process that is extra painful given that it involves giving up a part of yourself. However, if you can get through the next few stages, you will emerge stronger than ever before. Stage 5. The twin flame chase. No matter what form the crisis stage takes, it is always followed by a running or chasing stage. You may be in either role, and you may switch back and forward between the two roles. This stage revolves around one distancing themselves. This is often out of fear of confronting the level of intimacy that the two of you are capable of experiencing. The twin in this role will be in pain and will feel very defensive and resistant. Meanwhile, the other twin flame will give chase, believing that the bond is worth fighting for and working on. This stage can only end when the running twin stops trying to get away, and the chasing twin stops trying to push. Often, the end of this stage is characterized by both twin flames realizing that there are forces at work beyond their control. Stage 6. Surrendering to one another. In the surrender stage, both of you will start to give up on a previous need to control your relationship. In this context, surrendering isn't about giving up on your connection, but rather about accepting that neither of you can escape from destiny. This can be a positive realization that releases you both from past anxieties and allows you to better live in the moment, trusting that the universe will lead you to where you need to go. Do note that it's only possible to progress through the surrender stage if both of you work on the issues that led to the crisis and the running/chasing stages. For many people, the core issue here relates to the fact that twin flames are mirrors. So, often, the things you will need to work through are the negative feelings you have about yourself, which are reflected back to you in the eyes of your twin. Stage 7. The twin flame reunion and joining of the mind, body and soul. When you and your twin flame move on to the reunion stage, you'll have a sense of relief at the fact that balance is being restored. In going through the previous, challenging stages, you'll have learned a lot about yourselves. And about the potential attached to the unique kind of love you have found. For some twin flames, this reunion will be physical in nature. For example, the two of you may finally come back to the same place, agreeing to share a home, or finally physically consummating your bond. Irrespective of the particular form the reunion takes, it carries with it a sense of peace, acceptance, and reciprocal understanding. If you can weather the more tumultuous parts of your journey, twin flame energy inevitably leads both parties to this joining stage. After the reunion, the hard work is over. All you need to do now is live. Simply enjoy the sense of completeness that can only be found in each other's companionship. Do you think you found your twin flame? Why not let us know about your experiences with this intense bond in the comments below? Oh, and if you check out the description, you will find a link to your free love toolkit. This can be your first step to manifesting a loving and meaningful relationship. That's all for this week. As always, if you haven't already, then please like and subscribe. It really helps us get the word out about the law of attraction. Wishing you all a week of love and light. Until next time.